friends, I'm Jody. Welcome back to This Beaded Life. I'm so excited to be sharing this with you today. I got my Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box in the mail a couple days ago, and this is the first opportunity I've had to sit down and touch it. I did watch Colleen's unboxing, and I'm super excited to open it up and share it with you guys. In case you haven't seen it yet, maybe you didn't get yours yet, I don't know. If you don't want to see the spoiler, then you might want to just save this for later and come back. But if you're into spoilers like I am, then stick around and take a look. Hey friends, here she is, all cut open and ready to go. And it is a Midsummer's Night Dream, and that's our July Magical Mystery Bead Box. Very, very pretty colors. I think there's going to be a lot of really deep and dreamy colors in here. So let's just kind of flip it over and take a look. So it looks like this is kind of like the playbill in a way, right? So Midsummer's Night Dream, if you're not sure, is a Shakespeare play and or a book. Or I think there's a movie, I don't even know, there's a lot. But so we're just gonna go through this, and I had to read it back in high school, and I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't one of my favorites. But I get distracted so easy, and if it doesn't keep me intrigued from the beginning, then I'm kind of like, meh. And so it wasn't quite for me, but I did finish reading it, so I do know what it's about, and I'm familiar with, you know, the king and the queen in here and everything. So anyway, I probably still will not pronounce her name correctly, because I think it's been a long time. I think it's Titiania, something like that. Anyway, so I know that there's a lot of you who will let me know if I said it wrong, and I appreciate the pronunciations. So, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I am going to go ahead and start opening this up. So the first thing we have is Queen Titiana bead mix. So I'm going to open this up. I'm going to get my little cloud cutter here, and I'm going to cut it off camera just in case anything happens. I'm just going to slice around the little container. They tape it really good so it doesn't come apart in your box during shipping, and then your beads are all over the place and you have no idea what bead went where and all that stuff. So I can appreciate the craftsmanship of that. All right, so let's open her up and see what we have. Ooh, well, right off the bat, right on the top there, look at these butterflies. And these are like front drilled little butterflies, really, really pretty. You could probably put some really nice like soft flex through it and use this like at the bottom of an earring. I feel like it could be like even like a bead cap type situation. So those are really cute. I bet you get like 4 or more of those, because they, oh, I can't show it on that. They do a really good job showing, like doing all this stuff here. I'm gonna get out my little palette. It's right next to me. And we can put them on here, and then you can probably see a little bit better. So let's just kind of dump this. Ooh, there's all kinds of, oh, you guys, I love these. I love these. These make great like tassel toppers, like for like a beaded tassel. These are so, so pretty. This one's got a little bead stuck in it, which is bound to happen being in here. Just see if I can. Oh, look at that beautiful sparkly goodness here. So we have some of those and some little flowers. We have some like little mermaid glass. We have the butterflies. We have some really pretty rhinestone beads. Some pretty big pink bicones. It looks like all kinds of good stuff. Some big clear crystal bicones. Really, really pretty things here. Some spacers. Really gorgeous little set here. Lots of really pretty pale feminine colors. Very gorgeous. Next we have is King Oberon bead mix. And I'm just gonna take my box cutter off camera and open that up. All right. Oh, I'm digging on this one, you guys. I think I like this one better than that first one. This one has some really nice like jewel tones in it. So you're getting that beautiful like green and gold. And so we have some of those. We have some close-inné. We have some little frosted matte beads. Some pretty green faceted ones. Some square crystals with the AB. The little like star spacers or snowflake spacers, whatever you like to call them. Cute little flowers, little bell flowers. Well, kind of like bell flowers, but they're not really bell flowers. And then we have some of these little green ones. Oh, we have these, the ones with the really pretty like AB little beady spikes. Oh, these like clay beads. Those are really cool. I like that. But yeah, we have quite a few really pretty beads in this collection here. I like that. I love that they give you spacers, like both. Like they give you silver and they give you gold. You can mix and match. You can decide what you want with what. I think that's really, really cool. So let me see. I'm just gonna make sure I have my lids on the right side. I don't think I'll get them mixed up, but you never know. I can be kind of crazy like that sometimes. The next thing we have is a bead strand in Midsummer's Night Dream. So I'm going to open this up. And there's going to be some package crinkling, guys, but okay. So this is the thing that I really took notice of on Colleen's live when she did it, because this is one heck of a strand here, guys. So this is the Midsummer's Night Dream, and there's a lot going on in here. There are so many flowers, and you have acrylic, you have glass, you have metal. These leaves are acrylic, so these are going to add like a ton of weight to a design, like if you wanted to do a really fun design. And the first thing I thought of when I saw these is so many people are doing those like beaded plants. Do you know how many of these you could do? You could do a JJB beaded plant just with this one like double strand here. This is so cute. You got all kinds of like little leaves too, little glass leaves. Really, really pretty. That's gorgeous, JJB. That's gorgeous. Look at how nice this all looks together. All right, next we have is another bead strand, and it's called Met My Moonlight. And this looks like it's going to be an amethyst strand. Let's see here. Yep, we do. We have amethyst strand nuggets. These are really, really pretty. So you're getting some really good quality ones in here. You got some nice deep purple ones, like, you know, very, very deep purple. And then you have some lighter purple in here. So if you're not a fan of the really super deep purple, you do have some of those options. We even have a little gray one in here that really, this just shows you how amethyst is, how it comes. Like you have all these like little pockets that have all the different shades. And when they harvest the stones, I guess, they probably focus on certain colors and try to pull that in. But this is a really, really pretty strand. And I love the freeform. Like that's one of my favorite things. I love freeform. So there's that one. Next we have the Beadstone Focal in Making Mischief. And I'm not sure. It doesn't say what it is, but it's beautiful. Look at that. I have a lot of gray in mine, which I think is super cool because this almost looks to me like the water and like gray skies. I mean, it's really, really pretty. This is beautiful. I love it. It looks like Michigan on one of the Great Lakes on a cloudy day. That's what it reminds me of. There we go. And what do we have next? We have a metal leaf set in Enchanted Forest. So let's see what these are all about. Okay, so we have some like branch. Oh, these are really cool. I want to show you these things like one at a time here. So we have 2 of these, and they're a branch link. Actually, I think it would be like a branch, well, yeah, you could do like as a link, because there's like holes on this side, there's holes on this side. You could do it as a pendant. Oh my goodness, there's a lot you could do with this. See, there's like 4 little loops on the side, 4 loops on the side. You could probably even do like a really cool bracelet, like if you had like bigger, chunkier beads, and maybe bring them down and maybe do like a button, a button clasp, like a bigger button. That would be really, really cool. But I can definitely see this as, I can even see it as earrings. Like if you did, well, maybe the earring would be a little bit harder. I don't know. There's a lot I think that you could do with these, and you get 2 of them, so that's really cool. I can definitely see as like a link on like both sides of your necklace, and you could do like a 2-strand necklace and just run them through this and have your beads in between your strands here. That's really cool. I haven't seen anything like that before. I think that's really awesome. And then we have 4 silver metal leaves. So we have our little metals in here. And then we have 4 gold leaves. And did I say how much I love that they do this? They give you silver and gold, and sometimes even like antique bronze or antique copper in one box. I love this. So pretty. You can even mix and match your metals, you guys. There is nothing wrong with mixing and matching your metals. Next thing we have is Lover's Quarrel beaded chain. So that would be this guy. Let's take a look. And this looks like a beautiful chain. You know, I've said it, if I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Jesse James Beads always has the most dynamic chain, the most beautiful chain, like ever. Even just their day-to-day chain is gorgeous and like wearable on its own. I've actually done that. I put a clasp on a on a chain from Jesse James Bead and just wore it. This is really pretty. Here, let me put it on this dish. This one has all like the little glass like links in between. Really pretty. So you're getting that yellow and green and blue and pink in this whole chain. This is a beautiful chain. I love that. And it has the gold finish. It does not have a clasp, I don't think. Sometimes they'll throw a clasp on it, sometimes they won't. They'll just hook it together with a jump ring. Yeah, this one just has a jump ring hooked together. So, but that's really, really pretty. And then, oh, Love Never Did Run Smooth earring findings. Let's take a look at these earring findings. Oh, stuck in the container. Get them out of there. Okay, so we got 2 different kinds. Well, no, we got the earrings and then we got like a link. So these are the earrings, and these are really pretty. So they're the gold flowers, and they have this really cute little link back here behind it. And then what also came with it are these flower links. So you could probably even use that with this. Maybe stick a bead on there. You can use these links on a different pair of earrings if you like. It does come with the silicone ear nuts, which is really cool that you don't have to try to, sometimes the metal ones don't want to like fit properly on the post. So it does come with the little silicone backs, and that makes me really, really happy. That, guys, I had a sneeze coming on and I didn't want to hurt your eardrums. All right. And then we have it says gold head pin set, but mine are silver, so I'm wondering if they mean like like almost like a white gold or something maybe. I don't know, but they're really pretty. Gold, silver, I don't care. I love them. I tend to use every single one of these like floral head pins that I'm given by Jesse James Beads in their boxes, which we get them a few times a year, and it's so fun. It's so exciting to see them. And you get two different styles of flowers. You get this little like stardust looking one, and then you have this one. Really, really cute. These add a lot of fun to your piece too. And then it looks like we have a bonus item. They sent some chain reaction. This is the stuff I've actually just made a necklace out of, put a clasp on and wore it. Like I needed a black one time, and I didn't have anything black made. And so I'm like, look at my chain reaction. So it was like black and gold. So I just like put it over my head and wore it. It was so much fun. And I honestly got a lot of compliments on my necklace at night, and I just had to kind of laugh to myself because it's literally just put together for me, you know. So you get an extra thing of chain, which is really, really awesome. All right, guys, here is our Jesse James Beads Magical Mystery Bead Box for July 2025. I am going to go ahead and figure out what I want to do. And I'm kind of feeling like, I've been thinking about these flowers ever since Colleen opened them. I've been thinking about them. And so I think I kind of want to do something with some of those. I don't know quite what yet, but I think it involves stringing them onto a necklace, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna pause this real quick, kind of clean up what I've got going on here, and I'll be right back. Okay, my amazing friends. So I have the strand here. I have King Oberon here. I put Queen away. I put her away for now. Not sure what I want to use out of here yet. I'm not really quite sure what I'm doing yet, but we're gonna figure it out together. And I think what I really want to do is I think I do want to use these as like some kind of link for a necklace. And it can be, I think I want to do it this way though. Maybe like this. I want it to be kind of thinner, skinnier up here and wider here. So if I did something like this, and if I used like, but see, I don't know why, but I keep thinking I want to use these as earrings, and I don't. You know what? I think we could. And here's what, they're kind of heavy. Okay, let's go back to the necklace. I think. Or I could use this as like the pendant and have some dangles on here, have two strands coming up here. I really think I like this idea best to do. I wonder if I could do it like this. Nope, I like it better this way. So like this, and then have like beads here. So if I did like let's say I wanted to do some beads here. Like if I wanted to do all of these. Actually, I don't even know if I'd want to do the big ones. I think I'd want to do some of the smaller ones. So like maybe this color. Use all of those. And maybe even do, I got the silver spacers would be way too big for that. So, and then maybe use like, I don't know, maybe some of the green here in the middle. Ooh, how about this color? That'd be pretty. Oh, and then we just got it. Okay, so this is gold, but remember when I said you can kind of mix and match? Like that would look so pretty. Like doubled up. That would be beautiful. So that's a possibility. We could possibly do that. But I'm also really wanting to use some of these flowers. So I'm thinking, let's cut one of these strands open. And they're both the same. They're strung in opposite directions. So I'm just gonna cut one of these open. And we're just gonna pull a few things off here. So we got some little like bellflower, bead cap type things. These all like fit together so nicely. I hate to like take them apart. Really trying to decide on how the best way to use this. You know what? I think I just had an idea to use one. So why couldn't we bring the strands down, have this be the pendant, but have it come through with beads on it down to the bottom here with like just like one of these big flowers hanging off of it. We totally could do that, right? So like here's one of our big flowers. String that on one of those head pins and have it come to a point here. No, I don't know if I would like that. I'm really wanting to use these, and we're gonna figure it out. We're totally gonna figure it out, but I am going to unstring one of these strands because maybe we'll come up with something along the way. This one's really pretty. I love this one so much. Look at this. Look at how pretty that is. Boop. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay. Sorry, I'm too busy like looking at everything and oohing and awing to like do much of anything else. And I'm sorry if you can hear my fan, you guys. It's really, really hot. We've had like really bad heat index issues, and it's like not great in Michigan right now. So, and my room is like really, really hot. Okay, so I am not stumped, I'm challenged right now. Like I really am feeling challenged and I'm enjoying it. But I think that I really do need to go the direction I was looking at. And maybe I'm making it too hard because we do have this amazing pendant right here, right? We have this beautiful pendant. And why couldn't we like do this pendant with a couple beads beside it? I have some bales. I know I have like a silver barrel we can use, and I could do a couple little beads beside it, maybe even like these little bicones, and have those on here. And then we can just use these other pieces for like different little dangles. We could do that. Or we could really do this flower in the middle. Like have it hanging here and then have all the other flowers hanging from it. I don't know. I think that's the route I'm gonna go, you guys. I think I've decided we're gonna make this happen. We're just gonna make it work. It's gonna be fantastic and it's gonna be beautiful and we're gonna make it happen. All right. So the first thing I want to do is let's kind of prepare the flowers that we're going to be using as our dangles on these branches. And we'll bring in some of the leaves too. So this is going to sit more like this. So we'll have like dangles coming down through here. This will be kind of maybe a little bit even closer like this. Yeah, I think we can really make this happen. And then we really only need to go through one strand. So yeah, I think that would really work. All right, I'm gonna gather some other supplies. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so I keep changing my mind and I think I really do wanna use the pendant. So I'm gonna move this. We still may use some flowers, you guys. Don't worry, we might still use some flowers. But I'm just gonna set these aside for right now. I do have this bale. I don't have a pinch bale. So what we're gonna do is I think I'm gonna find a thicker silver jump ring, put it through here so I can use that bail. And let me just grab that real quick. I know they're here. We just had them recently. You guys, I am seriously like such a mess when it comes to my organizational skills. Ah, there they are. All right. And I did pull some bead stringing wire, so we do have that as well. And I'm hoping I don't have one that's like way too big, and then this one might work. So this one's about, I would say like a 9 millimeter jump ring. So, and it's a little bit thick, so it would be good if it fits. We'll have to see if it fits. So let's go ahead and open that up. Let's open up a little bit wider. There we go. And let's put that in here, see if it'll work. And it won't, but that's okay. You know what we can do? We can do something else. Because we do have some wire that we can do like our own little bail or something. So let me grab that and then we're gonna get to work. Okay, so I have some 20 gauge artistic wire, or craft wire I should say. It's not an artistic wire brand. And we're gonna cut off about 7 inches of this wire. And we're gonna put it in here. And we're just gonna come straight up with one side and with the other side. One side's gonna be a lot shorter than the other. So we're just gonna kind of make this bail, but make sure you can still move it back and forth. That's gonna be important. All right, so I just used my thumbnail to bring the long one straight up. And I'm just using my thumbnail because it's really good. It's the kind of wire that you can maneuver pretty easily. And the short one, we're just gonna do a couple little wraps around, because what I typically do is I'll put a bead on here as well before I do my loop. I'm gonna use because when it gets shorter, it's harder to move with your fingers. So I'm just gonna use my other pliers and get it to come around the side here. There we go. All right, and now we're just gonna straighten up that little wrap. Straighten it up. Okay, so now we have this little like 2-time around wrap. Make sure you have nothing pokey sticking out. Okay, very short, very small. And we're just gonna do like a little wire wrap loop into this. So what I do want here though is I do want a bead that I think will look nice with it. And I'm kind of thinking this like square bead would look really cool, because since this one's an oval, I think it'll bring some like some kind of interest to it. So this is what it would end up looking like, and I think that's really cool. So let's do that. And we're gonna take our round nose pliers. Actually, you know what? We're not even gonna use that bail. We're just gonna use our loop. And I'm gonna make it a little bit on the bigger side. All right. There we go. What is going on? What am I doing wrong here? You know, there's some days where I can make a loop, and then there's other days where I'm like, I forgot how to make a loop. I don't know if it's I'm losing my mind or what, but sometimes it happens. And I'm just gonna wrap that around. We'll fix our loop in a minute here. Let's just get this secured. I think I did too many wraps around because that's a little square there and it's not very thick. So let's fix that. Which way is that going? This way. Twist it that way. I really did not like the way that one came out. Did not come out very well. Maybe I can fix it. Came out like an oval. which is really weird. Okay, that's better. That's better. But now it's like off-centered. There, much better. Okay, my goodness. That's not how it should go. It should not be that difficult. Okay, so we have that. And if we put that in between here, I'm gonna use like these little bicones because they'll just rest like perfectly right here. Just like that. So it'll lift it up off the strand. And so we know we're going to use those little bicones, like 2 of those. And then I feel like we should come in with like these really pretty, like violet-y looking beads. Just like this. And maybe we'll want to, do we want to do any other ones? Not really. Kind of like it just the way that is. That looks pretty just like that. All right, so now that we kind of have that figured out, let's grab our bead stringing wire. We're gonna need one of these. And this one, I think I would want to make this one kind of like mid length. So not super long because I think it would hang weird, but not super short because I think the branches would like almost like choke you. But but kind of like mid chest would be a really good length for this. So I'm going to cut this. I'm measuring it around my neck, and then I'll let you know how long I have for my bead string wire. And I'm just using Beadalon 7-strand in bright. And grab my tape measure. And let's do some measuring here. And I've got a lot of beads laying out here, don't I, guys? All right, let's do some measuring. We have about 28.5 inches, but if you remember, we will be crimping and such too. I think that we probably won't use all of this. We'll probably cut off a couple inches, but I always like to give myself a little grace when it comes to wire, because I'm always afraid that I'm going to make a mistake and then I'm not gonna have enough wire to correct it, and I'm gonna have to restring the whole thing, and it kind of gives me anxiety to think about. So like, I really like to make sure that I have enough. And I'm gonna put it through this hole. I missed it last time, don't ask me how, because the hole is huge. And then let's go ahead and put on this side here. Let's just focus on this one side. I'm just gonna try to get rid of some of that like extra business I have going on there. You know what, we might use another bicone right here. Just because of the small space, this space is kind of little, and that'll rest right up into that branch. So let's put that here. And then let's see what we can find to go here. So I think like this would be really pretty, and I think that fits like really kind of nice right in that spot there. So let's do that one. And stick that right in here. Like so. Yes, that's cute. It's so cute. And then we have these really big, pretty blue ones here. You have all the jewel tones, you know, they're just gorgeous. And we can maybe do a little star spacer in between. I wonder if we could do 2 there. Nope, 2 would be too much. But we could do 1 here, possibly. I really would like to use some of the metal pieces down low too, but if I can't, it's not a big deal. What I can do is maybe take, no, that's just gonna be too big. Let's maybe do, I'm gonna turn that down just a little bit, just so it's not obnoxious. That might be better for you guys. Oh, well, how about if I took like this flower, like put two flowers together like this. with the spacer in between. We can give it a try. Let's give it a try because you never know what it looks like until you get it strung. All right, I know there's a hole there. Okay, it had a little clog in it. There we go. Whoops. So let's put this little guy on. Let's maybe do a couple of these little spacers here. I might be able to do more than 2. But let's just see. Nope, 2 is gonna be just about perfect. So let's put this in here. We're gonna just use our flowers as like a whole bead. Put that in there. And then this one would look really pretty right here. And I think, what do we have that we could do? You know, we could probably put like a gold spacer on both sides and bring some of the gold in here. That would be pretty. Let's give it a try and see what we think. Because I'm sure we're going to be using gold elsewhere in this necklace. So let's just give this a shot. Let's bring that contrast in. I don't know if that'll work. Let's try it. If not, we'll undo it and just put the blue bead in there. Oh, it does kind of work. Look, that looks kind of cool. I like it. I like it. Let's see what both sides look like now. So we're going to do that. And this is going to be so fantastic to hang some drops. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cool. You guys, I'm excited. I'm super duper excited. All right, so let's do this one the same way we did the other side. So we need one of these bicones, one of these matte pink beads, pink or purple, whatever color that shines for you. That through here. And then we needed our rondelle. Do I have this going the wrong way? I do have it going the wrong way. I'm like, wait a minute, there's something not right about that. All right, so this way, there we go. I'm like, something's not right. All right, now we can put our rondelle on. And then we can do our 2 pink flowers with our silver spacers in between. We used 2 of them. Oh, okay, honey. All right, guys, I had to tell my husband goodnight and get the cats their bedtime treat and get them all ready for things. Okay. Here we go. And we'll just go just like this. And back through here. And I don't know if I'm going to do a whole lot of beaded chain up the top. Or beaded strand. Well, actually, yeah, I am. Because I'm not going to make this super long. So, because right now, this is how it'll look. It'll look just like this, which is really, it's really, really dramatic. Yeah, I like it. I like it so far. And those will sit in close there, because this will be pulled tighter. So since we have that, let's go ahead and do the rest of the stuff that we want to do up at the top. And I'm almost thinking of doing some silver silk, because I have some pipe chain that would look really, really cool. I think I might do that, because then we can focus on our dangles down here. I'm going to grab that pipe chain. Hold on one second, guys. Okay, I have this purple. It's like purple with like orange over top of it, but I thought it would look really, really cool with this. It just looks really pretty with these colors. So I think we'll use this. And I think maybe, I'm trying to think of how much I really, really want here. I'm going to just kind of measure it on my neck. And we're going to be adding a clasp. I'm going to cut here, and then I will measure this, and then I'm going to cut this in half for you so you can see what I'm doing here. All right, so this is 13 inches long, so it's going to be 6.5 inches on each side. So like this. And then I can even add an extender chain if I choose to, if I need to wear it just a little bit longer, or just string a couple larger jump rings together. But pipe chain, if you've never used it, you can put your stringing material, like your bead stringing wire, through here, and then it just adds color to your top part of your necklace, or inside of one of your bracelets. Or the only thing is, if you do have like a latex allergy, you don't want to get this, because that's what this is made out of. So you don't want to, you know, do that to yourself if you don't have to. So I don't know if I have the ends for that. Did I have to order a bunch of more ends? I didn't realize I just placed 2 orders for Silver Silk, and I totally neglected getting like end caps and stuff like that. So I don't think I have. No, as a matter of fact, I only have 1 silver end cap in here. But what you can do is you can use little bead caps. So I'm just going to scoop back and grab my silver bead caps. And I will show you like the kind that I would end up using for this. So this is just my little personal collection of different bead caps. And oh yeah, they're right here. See these like little flower ones? These are like perfect for that. Get that back out of there. So I'm going to grab actually 4 of those, because I'm going to need 2 for each side. But you can use other ones, like you can use these. These would actually be great for it, because it'll just sit right here. Actually, you know what? Because there's so much going on with this, let's use these. Anything that has like a little deeper of a well is perfect for it, because you're going to be putting something on the end anyway to kind of like keep it all together, like a crimp or like a small bead or something. So let's just string one of these sides on like that, and then I'm going to take one piece of my pipe chain. I'm going to feed my bead stringing wire through it, and then just bring it down. It will straighten out. You just got to give it a little bit of a chance. All right, and it's just going to sit just like this for now until we are finished with the other side, and then we go ahead and get everything all tightened down and make it look pretty. All right, so we do the same thing over here. Just going to put this right in here. I will leave, along with, of course, everything that you need to know about the Jessie James Bead Magical Mystery Bead Box, like how to get it if you're wanting to get it. I do have a link and a promo code for you. So I do have all that available. So if you want that, I'll have that. But I'll also put the link for the pipe chain and the actual end caps that you know, that is meant for it. I'm almost wondering if I need to put a bead here, because it looks like it sits a little weird against that hole. So maybe I need to use one of those little bicones. Let's try that on one side and see. Design on the fly is always like trial and error. Sometimes it works out perfect for me, sometimes it does not, but that's okay. So let's just put one of these little bicones on there, and maybe that'll just make it rest really nice up against that little hole. Yeah, actually it does. So that'll be good. And then we can put this back on. We'll see how it looks. Okay, yeah, that is much better. I do like that a lot better. And then we'll put our bead cap on. And I think we'll go ahead and start closing off the top part, because we still have to do all of our dangles, right? So we still need to do all that. So why don't we just go ahead and close off our top portion of this. I have some crimps here. I'll grab 2 silver crimps. And I need my clasp, which we're going to use a larger clasp. Kind of match our aesthetic here. Oh, actually, I think I should use one of these really cute heart ones. No, I like that plain one. All right, so we'll use that, and then I'll get a jump ring out for the other side. So we have this side done here. I'm going to put my crimp on. And what I'm going to do is we're going to end up sliding it all this way. So we're going to use gravity. I'm doing that because I know I have like a lot of extra wire here, and I don't want to waste all that extra wire. You know what I do have too that we could use? I almost lost my crimp. I have some French wire that I got from Danielle's shop. I'll link that below too. You guys, she has the best price on it around, if she still has it in stock. I mean, everybody else might have realized how good of a price hers was. And plus hers comes in this really nice little storage container. I just had another sneeze. This comes in this nice little storage container. All right, so this is the antique silver one. And now I'm just gonna cut like a little chunk off here, probably about a 1/2 inch. All right, there's one. And then I'll do the other one about the same size there. We're guesstimating. And we're actually pretty darn close. I'm pretty happy with that. Set that aside. And what this does is it just kind of acts like a wire guardian, but it looks so much nicer. So if you've never seen French wire, it's fantastic. All right, so the only thing I'm gonna tell you about French wire is like you wanna make sure that you're grabbing a size diameter that is a larger diameter than the thread that you're gonna be using, or the wire that you're gonna be using. So like for example, this is 0.30 millimeter. So my French wire needs to be bigger around on the inside to fit over top of my wire. So it just fits over top like that. And we're just going to put our clasp on, bend this over, and put our strand, our tail strand, through our crimp. Like so. And then pull our crimp up to meet the French wire. Being very careful that your French wire doesn't get sucked into your crimp, because once it gets sucked in there, it kind of gets stuck. And then when you pull on your French wire, this is just a bunch of little metal coils. It will like pull apart and not go back together. It's not like a slinky, it's not gonna go back together. All right, now that we have that, I'm gonna use my regular crimping pliers because I'm using a much thinner wire than what I would normally use to use my other crimpers. That's if I can find my crimping pliers. There they are. All right. So we're just gonna go in and crimp like usual. Make our macaroni, and then we will squish our macaroni together. Just like so. See how nice that looks? They look pretty. All right. Now we're just going to use our gravity. Let's pull this up first. I'm just gonna pull this up like that. Then we're gonna bring our pipe chain up and put that tail into our pipe chain. Now that we have all of that, we're gonna just grab our other end of our necklace and just slide it all down. So now it's all together nice and like crisp looking, if that's the right word I'm looking for. All right, so now that we have that, let's get this other side under control here. We want to put our bicone on here like we did the other side. So let's pull this down. So here's one bicone, and then our little bead cap, our pipe chain, pull that down, put our bead cap on here. And our other bicone so it matches the other side. And now let me grab my jump ring. That one is humongous. Okay, this one we're gonna have to close because it's wide open. So let's close this up. There we go, looks good. All right, now that we have that, let's just make sure this is all nice and like snug how we want it. And then we can put our crimp on. Let's put our French wire on. And let that crimp fall down. Keep an eye on your French wire. Put our jump ring on. And now we're just gonna go through our crimp and the bead. Nothing else if we can help it. Because we want to be able to grab onto the bottom of that tail. And just pull that straight down. Now I am kind of trying to keep control of my French wire because I don't want it to get sucked in there. And you honestly don't even need to use like a jump ring. You can actually just close it right over top of your French wire, your little clasp, and it would be fine. But I like to use a jump ring. I just don't want to have it right onto my French wire, but a lot of people do. So, and there's nothing wrong with that. All right. So I'm just making sure this is all fitting in there nice. And let's go in with our crimping pliers. Be nice and gentle, getting a really good crimp, and then we can trim our excess wire off. If you want, you could always glue your bead caps to the top of your pipe chain if it makes you feel better, but I don't find that you really need to, because once you have it all, once you have it all put together, I just don't have finger strength, there we go, then it's absolutely fine. So as you can see, it's gonna sit just like this. Really, really cute. And now we can focus on our dangles. Okay, first of all, does that not look like an enchanted forest? Like the things hanging from the branches? Oh my gosh. It does look like an enchanted forest. That is so cool. All right, let's put this on. You guys, oh my gosh, how cool. Do you love it? I need to know if you love it. Oh my gosh, is this ever cool? You know, I could almost see doing this like a collar and having like more dangles like down through here instead of like the pendant, and just continuing with all the flower dangles. But I think that pendant gives you like a focus while there's so much going on here. And then we hit the nail on the head right here, guys, because look at that pink that just stands out with all the rest of the colors. You guys, I think we did it. I like it. I hope you guys like it. Please let me know what you think. And if you don't like it, it's okay. We all have different tastes. You're not gonna hurt my feelings. All right, guys, I'm sending you all my love. I hope you have the most wonderful night. And I hope you have a wonderful day tomorrow too. Tomorrow's Friday. All right, bye guys.